This summer will be one to remember. If I live to 80, I will experience 58 more summers. The later ones, I'll be old and frail and may not be in the health to be able to do the things I wish I once did when I was younger. In the middle years, I may have responsibilities, family, and work that stop me from doing the things I'd wish I'd done when I was longer. I've come to the conclusion that every summer I have may be the last I can truly enjoy, and that not a single day can be taken for granted. And I hope that mentality can be carried for as long as I live. The strange thing is that when you're young, summer feels endless. 6 week holidays felt like a lifetime. Every year, another one would come round, and I just assumed they always would. It never crossed my mind that one day I would miss having absolutely nothing to do. Back then, I wanted summer to last forever. Now, I just want to make sure I don't waste it. But I didn't always think like this. Living my teenage years during prime Fortnite and what others may consider prime gaming was great, but I never got to appreciate how amazing summer can be. Video games were all I wanted to do all day, every day, and my summer holidays were spent playing games with my friends. My parents would always tell me to go outside and that I was missing out on making the most of some of the good weather. And especially during lockdown 2020, I had become what I would describe as the closest to a real life vampire anyone has ever seen: pale skin, greasy hair, and an almost visceral reaction to the sun. Every summer as a kid felt normal, just a part of life, and I'd get lost in the illusion of thinking it would be like that forever. I'd always assume each summer would be like the last, but now I realize they're a finite resource, something scarce that shouldn't be taken for granted. At the time, though, I didn't see it as wasting time. Looking back, I don't even think I was wrong to spend so much time gaming. Some of my favourite memories came from those years. The problem wasn't the games, it was that I treated summer exactly the same as every other season. Whether it was raining outside or 25 degrees and sunny, made absolutely no difference to me because I wasn't experiencing either of them. But after working a typical 9 to 5 for the last 4 years, I've gained a new appreciation for summer and the chance to go outside, to explore and go on adventures. The escapism from games was great, but when life loses the colour and playfulness of being a child, the small moments, experiencing things in real life, become magical. And this winter for me hit harder than usual. It had rained constantly for 25 days straight, and I was sitting in my office job, staring out the window, longing for the chance to enjoy being outside again. They say it's the rainy days that give us the love for the sun, and I only now truly begin to believe and understand. Every day felt identical. I'd wake up in the dark, drive to work in the dark, and by the time I'd get home, it would be, well, dark. It felt like hibernation. It felt like the life was being sucked out of me. It was draining both mentally and physically. I used to zone out and imagine myself on a beach or walking through a field on a summer's day. And when I'd snap back to reality, I'd be hit with the immediate depression that days were short, dark, grey, and cold. And I realised the winter blues are real. I realised that I wasn't even dreaming about holidays or expensive experiences. I wasn't imagining myself on some luxury beach on the other side of the world. I was daydreaming about things that would have sounded boring to my younger self: walking somewhere with no destination, sitting outside after work, and just feeling the sun on my face. It's funny how, as you get older, your definition of a good day becomes so much simpler. During this wet month of reflection, I vowed to myself, in a sense, that this summer I would waste no opportunity to go outside, explore, and just bask in the sun. I'd have barbecues with friends, sit and watch the sunset, just letting the weather whisk away my stress. Simple things like playing 9 holes of golf after work with mates or spending time in pub gardens. It's these moments that wash away how mundane life can be, and from here we can really start to appreciate how special this time of year is. Not because summer fixes everything. I still have work, responsibilities, and things that stress me out, but there is something about a warm evening that just feels manageable. Problems that felt overwhelming in February somehow feel smaller in July. Maybe it's extra sunlight, maybe it's just psychological. I don't know. All I know is that it feels lighter. So much happens in summer. People get out and about, are more inclined to just explore, drive to the beach for a day, or just sit in the garden with a friend or a pet. To do this, though, I don't intend on stopping everything just to enjoy good weather or blow all of my savings on certain occasions, but more to enjoy today. Make the most of the day, not with occasions or events, but just for what the good weather brings. Long, warm days, good vibes, and opportunity. I think that's what I've misunderstood about making memories. For years, I thought memories came from extraordinary events, holidays, birthdays, and milestones. But the older I get, the more I realize some of my favorite memories are completely ordinary. A conversation I wasn't expecting to have, a walk I almost didn't go on, an evening that should have been forgettable but somehow wasn't. The scary thing is, I can barely remember what I spent thousands of hours consuming. Nobody remembers the last reel or TikTok they saw. Instead, they remember random conversations with friends or walks in the sun. Since when did we prefer lifeless scrolling over genuine, long lasting memories? I think deep down, we all know life is happening out there somewhere. That's why summer feels different. It reminds us of what we're capable of doing when we stop waiting for the perfect time and just do it. Not because every day needs to be an adventure, but because every day has the potential to become one. The truth is, I probably won't remember every day from this summer. I'll forget most of them, but I know I won't regret spending them outside. I won't regret seeing friends. I won't regret watching sunsets. I won't regret being present, and I won't regret this summer. It will be one to remember.